the picks in.
Bum, 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 bum.
That'll
Good
be tomorrow.
evening, Rob, Tim, Harris, and Keith. We're with you this evening, and the reason we are so happy is because of, well,
It's because we don't have to worry about last week's pick. NFL picks
because
again.
we don't have to
Oh
worry
my
about our
God.
records from last week. Keith 9-14, Tim 11-12, Harris 11-12. I went 14-9 in college. The pros, Keith went 4-10, Tim went 4-10, Harris went 4-10, I went 6-8. Matt went 4-9, and Harris went. And Michael went 8-6, so he actually did really well.
You know, it's the NFL's fault. It wasn't our fault. The teams didn't do what they're supposed to do.
You're not playing the game.
I mean, it's not our fault the Buffalo Bills decided not to show up. The Dallas
And
Cowboys.
I called
Half
it
the
in the
league
morning.
forgot to show up.
I said the only way that the Jacksonville would cover is if Buffalo beat themselves, and they sure the hell did.
Yep.
Buffalo's still waiting to get on the plane.
Duke or UK tonight? I like Kentucky tonight. Duke's still, they got a lot of problems.
Hi, Phil.
Thursday night football. Thursday night, North Carolina. Fresh off its upset of Wake Forest.
Actually, they were favored, though, weren't they?
Well, yeah, that's right. They're fresh off
By
of
3.
Fresh. There's a 2-point favorite, and they won.
Okay.
And fresh off of that, now they go into Pittsburgh, where they're going to be a 6.5-point dog at Pittsburgh. Number 25 Pittsburgh. Tim, tell us who's going to win this game.
Let's just say Cody Pickett may be a land of 1,000 touchdowns this week. Give me Pitt big.
All right, Harris.
Yeah, I'll take Pitt and give up the points. Carolina had their moment in the sun.
Keith.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be kind of alone on that. I like Pittsburgh given the 6.
Yeah, I'm with you guys all the way. We know Carolina can score. But when's the last time they stopped their team? I think it was week 3.
What year?
Yeah, right. They win 70-69, but yeah, I actually think in this game, I like Pittsburgh straight up. I actually like Pittsburgh double digits here. I will take them as well. Harris, Friday night, number 6 Cincinnati at USF. That's Matt's alma mater, South Florida. It's 23.5 is the way it's going right now. Who are you liking?
I am going to take South Florida and the points.
All right. Keith.
Yes, I'm going to take South Florida with the points.
Yeah.
After that struggle with Tulsa, I don't know. Cincinnati just hasn't put together. The last couple of weeks have not been their better weeks.
You look at Cincinnati and you're kind of thinking, when is it going to implode in their face? I don't think it implodes in their face this week, but 23.5 is an awful lot of points to give up to a team that's not showing any confidence on the offensive side of the ball. I'll take USF. Tim.
I'm going to make a clean sweep for USF. I thought it might be the only one. I guess I'll ride the Cincinnati not covering train.
Yeah, I got you. Keith.
Oh, does college basketball start tonight?
Yeah,
yes,
it does. UK, Kentucky, and Duke, and also Michigan State and Kansas plays tonight. I like Kansas in that game. I like UK in the other one.
A lot
Saturday.
of blue tonight.
Huh?
I said a lot of blue tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Mexico State.
Who was Kansas playing again? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Rob.
Kansas, Michigan State, and they're not even
Or a little bit of green.
Yeah.
a little bit of green. That's right.
Very little.
Early, New Mexico State at number 2, Alabama. 51.5-point favorites. Keith, tell us why.
Oh, gosh, why do you come to me with this one?
why is Alabama going to cover 51.5? What do you think?
I'm not sure they will, but I'll take the points. New Mexico State. Last week I went with Georgia, giving up 38 or something.
Yeah.
And then they won by like 36.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to embarrass myself by
Right.
taking the team with a point. So I'm going to do the opposite this week and
Okay.
probably be wrong again, but
Take New Mexico State. Nothing wrong with that. I know there's no college football coach that looks more to the scoreboard and to the line than Nick Saban. Nick Saban wants to keep everybody happy at that university. He may only win by 52. They're going to win by more than 51 and a half. I'll take Alabama. I'll give it up. Tim.
Yeah, since you said something about that, yeah, especially, I mean, he may leave the first team in for 3 quarters. Give me Alabama to cover.
Harris.
Yeah, he'll play his opponent. He plays Vegas.
Yeah.
And I would venture to say the special teams are going to score twice this week. Defense is going to score twice. This might be a 70-point game. Give me Bama.
I actually got 70-14 is what I got thrown up here on my board here, so I'm with you. I like Alabama.
I'm sure I'll probably find out later tonight that UMass beat New Mexico State by 35 or something. You know, like, oh man.
number 7 Michigan's coming my way. Penn State is a 1-point favorite here at home. I don't understand the line. I really don't. I think Michigan's a better team here. I think Michigan, Penn State, they've been running around in circles a little bit lately. I don't like it. I like Michigan here. I think they win by over a touchdown. I'll take them straight up. Tim.
Once again, we had the thing about the higher ranked team not being favored, and you asked questions. Well, I'm going to ride that one. Give me Penn State.
Oh, he's going to take Penn State. Okay. Harris.
What do you have Penn State ranked at?
Penn State's unranked. They're unranked, and Michigan is 7th.
Wow, I have them in the AP poll at 23. Okay.
The AP poll might be what you want to look at.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I could find last minute when I was looking. Give me Michigan.
All right. And Keith.
I'm going to go with Michigan too, just because I still remember too well that Illinois was able to go in there and beat them. So
Yeah.
I think that overrides a little bit what you said there, Tim. I don't know, but you might end up being the one that's right.
Good. Yep. Tim. Number 8 Oklahoma, 5.5-point favorites at Baylor.
I think Oklahoma watches that film that TCU somehow put on Baylor and beats them by more than 5.5.
All right. He's going to take Oklahoma. Harris.
I'm also going to take Oklahoma in this game.
All right. Keith.
I'm going to go with Baylor on this one.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I actually think Baylor's going to upset them. I think this is a week Oklahoma hits the skids. I think Baylor I'm not sure this is not Baylor's homecoming week, too. I like their chances this week. I really, really do. I think straight up. I think he can beat them straight up. I'm with Keith on this one. I like Baylor. Harris, number 17, Mississippi State, going to Auburn, number 13, and Auburn's a 5.5-point favorite. What
I
do you
told
like
you.
here?
I will not take Auburn the rest of the year.
Gotcha, Keith.
And Auburn's favored by 5.5.
Yep.
I think when I was thinking about this one without looking at the line earlier, I was thinking Auburn might win by 3 or 4. So 5.5 seems like a bit much. I'll go with Mississippi State.
I couldn't have said it better. I think Auburn wins this one 28-24, something like that. That's not 5.5. I will take Mississippi State. Tim.
I'm just going to go with the home team logic. Give me Auburn.
All right, we got you. Keith, Northwestern at number 21, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is a 24-point favorite.
Wow. And again, I'm going to go with the points. I'm going to take Northwestern.
All right, I got you. You know what? I really, really think Vegas is baiting people here, right here. I really do. I think this line could have come out as
Hi,
much as
Frank.
28-30. I really do. Wisconsin is a better team here. What's up, Frank? Wisconsin's a better team here. I think they're head and shoulders. You look at Northwestern, what they've done this year. They've looked like shit. I think 24 was a line that they just laid out there. I think most people's going to probably be like me and bite on it. I'm going to. I'll take Wisconsin. Tim.
Chomp, 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 chomp. Fighting. Wisconsin 24, minus 24.
Harris.
I so want to take Northwestern in this game because of Wisconsin's running game. But the problem you have is Northwestern cannot protect the football, so Wisconsin's going to have a lot of short fields. Give me Wisconsin.
Gotcha. Coming back to me now, number 1, Georgia. 20.5-point favorites at Tennessee. I could see this being a low-scoring game, but maybe 28-0. I just don't think Tennessee has any offense to go against this Georgia team. 20.5. I'll take it gladly. I'd give 3 or 4 more points more up if I had to. I'll take Georgia. Tim.
Yeah, same thing. I think Georgia wants to put foot to metal.
Harris.
Yeah, I think you give them another 10 points and still not have a problem. Georgia.
Keith.
Yeah, I agree with all you on this one. I just have a feeling Georgia's going to just mow over them pretty easy.
Yeah. Tim. Purdue at number 5, Ohio State. Ohio State's a 20-point favorite.
Ohio State's not been covering spreads lately. Give me Purdue.
I gotcha. Harris.
Boy. I got to take Purdue.
Keith.
Yeah, I agree. Once again, I'm taking Purdue with the points. I think Ohio State's going to win, and they'll probably win by 10 or more, but I don't think they're going to cover 20.
I don't even think this will be a touchdown game, guys.
Okay.
Purdue has played up to their competition all year long. They've pulled off the upsets. They could beat win this game. If they outright win this game, it wouldn't surprise me. I think he keep it within 7.
That's what I was thinking about with last, because Nebraska's defense did pretty good, but they didn't have an offense. If they had an offense, they could have won that game.
Purdue is better than Nebraska, though. Purdue's
right. They have an offense.
Yes, they're capable of going out here and stopping you too. The 20 here, I looked at that. I jumped. I was like, really? I think we all probably looking at that. Yeah, I'll take Purdue in a heartbeat here. You don't have to ask me twice. I'll take Purdue, and I'll take it 20 points. Harris, Minnesota, number 20 in the country. They're going to Iowa. Iowa, a 6-point favorite.
Oh, gosh. That's going to be tough.
Iowa is the favorite.
6 points at home.
I do have Iowa in this game.
You want to take them?
I got Iowa. Yes, sir.
All right. Keith.
Yeah, I agree. Minnesota coming off a loss to Illinois, I think. Was it Illinois?
I think so, yeah.
Up in Minnesota. Iowa, I think, needs to try to, just out of pride, go out there on their home field and put together a good 4 quarters this week against a team that they're fighting for that division crown against. I think Iowa makes a statement this week.
For the Big Ten West, yeah. I got you. I think Iowa wins this game, but I think Minnesota will keep it close. I think they keep it close. I like Minnesota. I like Iowa to win, but I like Minnesota to keep it close. Tim.
Row your boat. Give me Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
What? I didn't get the. Is that the coach's name or something?
Yeah, that's Fleck. His whole thing was row the boat.
Oh, okay.
Do they win straight up, Keith? I mean, Tim.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, be close, you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be close.
Right. Gotcha. Keith, Maryland, At number 3, this was before the poll switched, obviously, Michigan State. Michigan State, 13-point favorites.
That's another one. I think Michigan State will bounce back this week, and they'll cover that.
Yeah. I think 25 might be too much, but 20 it wouldn't be. I'll take Michigan State. Tim.
Yeah, give me Michigan State to win this one. 31-0, 31-10 maybe.
Yeah, well, I got 38-14 now. I kind of like that score too. Harris.
I'm going to be the oddball here. Maryland needs one win to be bowl eligible. So this last week, this is probably their last chance to even pull off a win. I'm going to take Maryland in the 13, but don't be surprised if Michigan State's looking past them and gets upset.
Okay. I've got number 14, Texas A&M. They're 2.5-point favorites at Ole Miss.
How big?
2.5. 2.5. Everything's pointing to Ole Miss winning this game, but Texas A&M coming off a big win at home. A&M, yeah, they played a little flat against Liberty last week, but they did win. Something's telling me right here, give up at 2.5. I'll take Texas A&M. I will give up 2.5. Tim.
I think Ole Miss can win this one at home.
All right, Harris.
And both of these teams are ranked, correct?
14 and 16.
14 and 16. Oh man. I want to so badly I want to take Ole Miss in this being home, but something's telling me take A&M.
All right, Keith.
Yeah, surprised you didn't go with Texas A&M, Tim, because of the Ole Miss being home and ranked and an underdog. But anyway, I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Who you going with, Keith?
Ole Miss.
All right, so it's going to split there. All right, Tim. Number 18, Kentucky, 21-point favorites at Vanderbilt.
Give me Kentucky cover against the Little Sisters of the Poor.
Gotcha. Harris.
Kentucky.
Keith.
Kentucky.
Yeah. 21. I don't think it'll be 31, but I think 21 gets covered easily. I like Kentucky. Harris. New Mexico at Fresno State. Number 23, Fresno State is 24.5-point favorites.
24.5?
Mm-hmm.
It's at Fresno?
At Fresno State.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Fresno.
All right. Keith.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking another bounce back right there with Fresno State. They got hurt pretty bad by Boise State. What was that? It was like 40 to
17, 40 to
17.
17.
It was pretty lopsided.
Yeah. You like Fresno State?
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what?
go with Fresno State.
I think 24.5 is too much here. I think Fresno State's 2 touchdowns better, not 3.5. I'll take New Mexico. Tim.
Hey, give me Fresno.
All right. Keith, number 19, North Carolina State, heading down to Demon Deacon country down in Winston-Salem, playing Wake Forest. Wake Forest coming off that loss, 2-point favorite.
I'm sorry, what's this matchup?
North Carolina State going to Wake Forest. Number 19 going to number 9, and Wake Forest is a 2-point favorite.
You know, I like North Carolina State in this one.
Straight up, you think they win?
Yeah, I do. I was looking at what Frank wrote. Don't want to hear about winning ugly for UC. I guess it's
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
like he said, everybody won ugly last week. He's right.
Yeah, there were a lot of.
Everybody.
You can't even really say that. Yeah, Ohio State. You can't say that was one pretty.
No.
Right. Florida lost.
Alabama didn't win pretty. They struggled with LSU, and we know what they are this year.
Exactly. Yep. The only ones that don't have to explain themselves are the ones that's undefeated. Oklahoma doesn't have to explain themselves.
And they didn't play.
But if they stay undefeated,
Oklahoma State. Now they did good because they went to West Virginia and they won. What was it, 21-3 or something like that? So they were one that
they did silence the critics. You know what? I'm with you, man. I think North Carolina State upends Wake Forest. Wake Forest, what are they playing for now? You know, they're not playing for even a New Year's Day bowl now. I think the reality hits. I like NC State. Tim.
I think the reality hit the last 2 weeks when they had a porous defense. They got away with it 1 week, but not against North Carolina. Give me NC State to win this outright.
Harris.
It was one of the Naval Academies, I think, that scored like 49 points on them.
Right. Yeah, it was one of the service academies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't get away with it last week, but they'll get away with it this week. I'll take Wake Forest.
All right. Okay. Coming back to me now. Notre Dame, 5.5 point favorites going to the University of Virginia. This one right here, you better bring your calculator. I think if I don't know what the over under is, I'd love to go over on this total because I guarantee
you. A second here.
All right, I'll bet you the over under 60 or damn close to it. I'd go over too.
Up
65.
You're close. 64.5.
I'd go over still. I still would play the over in this game. I'm telling you, University of Virginia has been running up and down the field more times. I'm telling you, it's like a tennis match. I think 100 points get scored in this game, 55-45. I like Notre Dame to hold them off at the end, but I think it's going to be a good game. I'll take Notre Dame minus a 5.5. Tim.
Good. This is a night game. I might need this to stay up. Give me Notre Dame to cover 5.5.
Harris.
Notre Dame and the over big time in this game.
Yeah.
I would not doubt if this hits 66.5 or 67 by game time.
This is the Cavaliers, not the Mountaineers?
Exactly. It's the Virginia Cavaliers. Yes, right.
Okay. I'll take Notre Dame.
Yeah, you go back and look at some of their scores, you can kind of see why I feel that way about it because they're just they're
66 49, 48 40, 34 33, 48 nothing.
Yeah. Coming back to Tim now. TCU going to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is 13-point favorites here.
Yep. I think the momentum ends for TCU. Give me Oklahoma State.
I got you. Harris.
Yeah, there's nothing to even think about on this one. Oklahoma State.
Keith.
Yeah, I agree. I think Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm with you all. I think it win. I think it keep it close. 2-touchdown game close, and I think they'll just win by 15, 16 points. But that's enough to cover. I like it. Harris. Washington State at number 4, Oregon. Oregon is a 2-touchdown, 14-point favorite here. Who are you liking?
I have this one at 14 on the nose. Give me Oregon, but this one could end up a dead 2-touchdown game.
Yeah. Keith.
Yeah, I'll go with Oregon because they know that they're a team that could be in the playoffs right now, and to try to, keep putting points on the board throughout the game. I don't think they're just going to get conservative.
Check out Amish Elvis, what he put up. That's funny.
I bet it opposite your picks last week. I won 100 for more of your quality.
I'm glad somebody did.
Yes. Yeah, this was definitely good. We've done well a couple weeks.
Yeah,
we were due for a bad week.
Right. I think this is a blowout. I really do. I think Oregon realizes if they let the pedal off and metal any time now, this is their season. I think they're capable of beating this team by 25 or 30. I think they'll do it. I'll take Oregon comfortably here. Tim.
Yeah, this won't be close like the Akron Ohio State basketball game is right now. Give me Oregon. It's 42-37 Ohio State in the second half.
And Harris, Elvis in Vegas was probably, channeling Amish Elvis when he was whispering in your ear.
Yeah,
There
not
you
just
go.
Elvis, but Amish Elvis, right?
But you know what? While I was in Vegas, I had one hell of a week, though.
Yeah, he did well out there. Keith, Nevada, going to San Diego State. San Diego State is a 2-point favorite, is all.
2-point favorite.
That's it.
Yep. Oh, no hook. Good.
No hook.
Nevada's one of those. Gee whiz. That's tempting to take an upset there, but I'm going to go with San Diego State and then kick myself probably when they lose.
I don't think they lose. I like them in this game. I like them. Maybe not by a touchdown, but I think they win. I think they cover. I'll take San Diego State. Tim.
Keith, I'll take that Nevada mojo. Give me them to win outright.
All right. So one of us will be right.
Harris.
I think it's going to be a field goal game. Give me San Diego State.
I got you. All right. We are heading over to the pro side of things.
Oh, we're already.
Looks like I'm going to be the first one to lead off of tonight. Tonight we're going to do things maybe a little differently too. We're going to play over and under too.
Oh, nice.
So
right.
I got the over under of all of them. So what we'll do, we'll pick the team we think is going to cover or take the points and go O or U, over or under. All right. And I got my scores right here too.
You could give us some heads up on this stuff.
Good evening, Darlene. Can you speak for us, Rob?
See now, if they don't win this week, they're going to say I didn't give my heads up. And I told them 8 days ago that no, I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them no time at all that we were going to do this. So yeah, she wants to know how everyone's doing.
She wants to blow her kisses and stuff. No?
She wants to blow kisses to everybody. Oh, she's gonna blow kisses. Oh, there you go. All right.
So, got that out of the way.
We'll give a little more time for the over under, and in fact, if you want me to start each one, I will. That way, it gives everybody. Okay, but we'll go over under and everything. The Ravens at the Dolphins. The Ravens are 6.5-point favorites. And the over-under in this game is 48. The over-under in this game is 48. I will start this one. I think Ravens win. I think they win big. But I've got them winning 31-10. 31-10 shows me 41 points. I will take the Ravens, and I will go the under. All right. Tim.
Give me the Ravens to cover, and because Baltimore may be the only one scoring points, give me the under.
You'll take your Ravens as well. All right.
Yep.
Harris.
I concur. Ravens in the under.
Ravens and under.
And I'll make it unanimous.
All right. We're going to Tim now. We're going to Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, I guess. Saints at the Titans. The Titans are a 2.5-point favorite. And on some accounts, some people that I watch on television that we don't like talking about has the Titans as the second best team in the NFL right now. Believe it or not, I don't necessarily agree with that. But the Saints are going to Tennessee. They're 2.5-point favorites. The Titans are with 44.5 points. 44.5. Tim, 2.5 points for the Titans. Who are you liking?
Because they don't have anybody better than Simeon, because I don't Taysom Hill's coming back. I was darn impressed with that Titans defense, and that's why I think they'll cover.
So you like Tim likes the Titans and give up a 2.5, and
I think I'm going to go the barely over.
Okay, you're
Like
with the over.
31-14.
I got you. Harris.
I'm going to
2.5.
I'm going to take Tennessee, and I'm going to go over to 44.5.
All right, he's going to go over. Keith.
I'm going to go with the Titans, but I'm going to go with the under on this one.
All right. I think Saints are going to win outright. I like you win. I like you outright. I like you over in this game. I think. I don't know. I think he gets to 50 points anyway. So I'll go. Rob will go Saints and over. Harris, we get the Bills traveling to New York to play the Jets. The Bills 13 and a hook, 13.5. 48.5 is the total. So who are we liking in this game? Which Bills team shows up? Which Jets team shows up?
Bills will bounce back and may put the 48 on the board themselves. Bills on the over.
All right. So Harris likes the Bills and the over. Keith.
It was 48.5.
48.5 and 13.5 for the Bills.
I'll do it, Harris. The Bills and the over.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Bills score 38 themselves. I think the Jets can find 10 somewhere.
I don't know if the Jets can find 10 or 11.
Tim.
I think the Jets can find 10 somewhere. I think the Bills will cover and give me the over.
All right, so we all like the over here. All right, Keith. The Lions and the Steelers. The Steelers are 10-point favorites in this game. Maybe the worst offense that's gotten the double digits all year long. And the over-under in this game is 44. 44, Keith.
44?
Yep.
And I can't get burned on the Lions again with points. I'll go take the Steelers, and I'll go with the over. I think the Lions will score at least,
Okay.
At least a couple touchdowns.
I got you. I don't think Steelers can cover 10 points in this game. I really don't. I haven't seen where the Steelers have shown where they can. I mean, hell, they couldn't even. They barely squeaked by the Bears last night, and the Lions and the Bears are not a hell of a lot of difference. I'll take the Lions in this game. I'm going to play the under. I'm coming up with 30. I'm 23-16, something where along in there. 44 doesn't get there, so I'll play the Lions and the under. Tim.
Carbon copy.
You going to go the same way?
Yep, the Lions and the under.
Harris.
I am going to go to Lions in the over. I have this game right now about 31-24 game.
Okay. All right. The next one's coming to my way. The Jaguars heading to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Colts 10-point favorites. And it's a 48-point over-under. 48 is the over-under. And I'm like this. The Jags have finally found a defense. The Colts have still got Carson Wentz in the backfield. He's worth 2 turnovers himself. The Colts may win this game, but I like the Jags in this game. I really do. I think the Jags have found something. As for 48 points, I don't know where either one of these two teams are going to find that. I'll go under. All right, Tim.
Is it 10.5?
Just 10, flat
10.
out 10. Uh-huh.
Who knows? This might carry over for another week for Jacksonville. Let me have them cover the 10 points. I don't know if they'll win.
Right.
You say 40. What's the over-under?
48.
Oh, give me the under.
All right. Harris.
I wish I was in Vegas with the money line this week. Give me Jacksonville on the 10, and I will go under.
All right. Keith.
I agree. Jacksonville with the 10 points and the under 48.
All right.
Hey, you're looking 4-1 on the money line.
We're going to 10 now.
$46 for Jacksonville win outright.
Buccaneers 7.5-point favorites at the Washington football team, and the over-under is 51. Buccaneers 7.5, over-under 51.
All right, give me Tampa to cover. Give me the under because I only think that Tampa's gonna. It might be like 40-7.
Harris.
I definitely take Tampa Bay to cover.
All right.
That 51 though, wow. I'm just going to play a hunch here. I'm going to take the over.
All right. Keith.
Yeah, I'll take Tampa Bay to cover, although I don't think they're going to do it by much. I think the football team will actually come out and play hard this week.
Oh, okay.
They might be able to sneak it within 7. I'm going to go with the under, though.
All right. It's fun. It's funny. Tim said that. Said something about it could be 40-7. I got on my paper here 41-7, and yeah, I like your Bucks huge and under. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this could be double figures by game time. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm surprised 7.5. I really am. I have not seen anything that makes me think Washington can keep this within a touchdown.
It's double digits right now.
Is it double digit? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would still, right now, where's it at? 10, 10.5, 11?
It's 10 even.
10 even? I would still.
I had it at 9.5 right before I came on.
All right. How many of us right now, show of hands, if we were going to play at 10, would give up at 10 and take a Bucks?
Oh, yeah.
Give up the 10?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay. Keith wouldn't do it. I think this is one. This is one I think.
I wouldn't put money on it, but I'm not.
I think it'd be. I think it's gonna be an ass whipping.
I'd give up
really,
a man's 13.5 on this one.
Yeah, I think it's an ass whipping.
That's one I wouldn't touch. And
Yeah, I think it's an ass whipping. Tampa's better defense. Tampa's better offense. Tampa's better. 53, all 53 better. Let's see.
So you want to help Ken real quick with this question here?
Did any of you geniuses have a over/under pick for tonight's Penguins Blackhawks game? Well,
last I saw the total was 6.
Total was 6, and so
Give me over.
So they're counting the Penguins to score 5 and the Blackhawks to get 2.
I'll say that they could get a couple past Jari, maybe.
Yeah, I would go over on that too. I'm with you. The Blackhawks are playing like shit right now. They
I'd get. What would you say it was, Tim? 6?
I think it's 6.
If it's 6, I'm taking the under.
I'll take you over all night because Blackhawks. I don't think they've given up less than 4.
Yeah, but I don't think they can score.
But I think the Penguins do fine. They'll do fine there. Yeah, 6. I'd go over there. I really would. Let's go to Harris now. The Browns. The Browns are going to the Patriots, and the Patriots are 3-point favorites, and the total 44.5. Browns and Patriots. Patriots 3-point favorites.
3. Wow.
3-point favorites, and the Browns. No, the Patriots are 3-point favorites. I'm sorry, and the Browns, and the total is 44.5. I'm sorry, I'll get it right in a minute.
And the Browns are having COVID issues with their running backs. They
have no backs left.
Yeah.
They have one. They have Dernis Johnson.
Yeah.
They have no backs left.
It's the guy who ran for 140 yards against Denver.
Yeah, that was that Thursday night
week when you don't have anybody to split carries with, he ain't going to have the energy after the first quarter.
Well, they'll give it to the fullback, I think, or they'll bring somebody up from the practice squad or something.
They'll have 2 or 3 active running backs by game time. Yeah,
it's what corner they pick them up off of, though. Who is it? Me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take New England minus the 3.
All right, that's Harris.
And I'm going to take the over for some reason.
All right, Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to take New England, give the 3, and I'm going to go with the over as well.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Yeah, I think I'm looking at this, and I think Patriots maybe 34-29. I think it's a huge over here. I like your Pats, and I like the over. Tim,
Yeah, keep the choo-choo train running for the Patriots. But I also think it goes over.
oh, you do too. All right,
I thought
Keith,
Bell's going to take the under. Wow.
Keith,
What's
Falcons.
just real quick? What's the over under on the number of passes for Mayfield this week, or what do you think the number will be?
47 and a half.
47 and a half. I'll go under that.
I go over that easy.
I
think he's going to throw 50 or more.
43, 44 passes, maybe. I think he's going to run a lot. This is a week.
That's possible too.
He could scramble.
Yeah, and this is a week that watch out. This could be medical alert week. This could be the week that his ass gets to the hospital because they got to have a running attack. They need him. You know, they're going to say, well, we need to get the running going.
Yeah, if he takes another shot like he did a couple weeks ago on the sideline.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this could be medical alert week. It could be. Let's see who we're going to now. It's Keith, wasn't it? I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah. Keith. Falcons at the Cowboys. Cowboys 9.5 point favorites and 50.5 point total.
50.5.
Cowboys 9.5, 50.5 is a total.
Yeah. I guess it probably shouldn't, but that performance against Denver does kind of, it concerns me a little bit. But gosh, asking the Falcons to do something against them, and that's in Dallas, right?
Yes.
Correct.
For that and that alone, I'll take Dallas to maybe win by 10 to 14, somewhere in that range. So I'll give the points, although it's hard to do that right now. And the 50.5, I'll go over.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you. I think this. I really do. This is not a good matchup for the Falcons. Falcons DBs are they are. I mean, they're lining up going to the doctor. Matt Ryan, yeah, he's got decent receivers, but I tell you what, he's up against the defense this week. This could get nasty really early. I'm saying 37-16. So Cowboys and the over. Tim.
Give me the Cowboys and the under.
Oh, he's going to go under with it. All right, Harris.
This week we will see if Dallas is for real or not on a bounce back. See what kind of coaching McCartney's really doing over there. I will take Dallas minus 9.5, and I'm going to go under 50.5.
Under 50.5. All right. It's coming my way now. All right. Panthers heading to the Cardinals. Cardinals 10.5 point favorites here. And the over-under is 45.5. And I'm sorry, guys. I got the Cardinals scored 47 themselves here. The Cardinals are going to cream this team. Yeah, so obviously
the Cardinals have their guys coming back this week.
They got some guys coming back this week. Yeah, the Cardinals do have a couple of guys coming back. I'm taking the over. I am taking them to win big time. Tim.
Oh yeah, give me the Cardinals, and even a couple garbage touchdowns by the Panthers could make this like 42-14. So give me the Cardinals and the over.
Harris.
Cardinals and over, and like you said, the Cardinals may put 45 up themselves.
Keith.
Yeah, I'll go with the Cardinals and the over. I don't think that they're going to, go way past that number, but
okay,
I'll go with the over anyway.
Tim. Vikings at the Chargers. Chargers a 3-point favorite, 50.5 points.
wonder what the records are for Central teams going west.
Hey, you talking about NFC North teams? You mean?
Or Central time zone.
Oh, well, yeah, I know it.
It's like it's not as bad, but it's just as.
Yeah.
Well, in a minor upset, I'll take the Vikings, and you know what? I think both teams will score. Give me the over.
All right, so you'll take your Vikings. You think so you going over. Do you think your Vikings actually win this game outright?
Yes.
Okay. Harris.
The Vikings are getting good at finding ways to lose games, not win them. Give me the LA Chargers and give me the over.
All right.
I guess I'm doing the exact opposite of Harris. I'm going with the Vikings and the under.
About time you went opposite.
Huh? Yeah.
I think the Chargers win this, but I think it's less than a field goal game. Give me the Vikes. I think it's a high-scoring game. I'm going over. So I'll take Vikes and over. Harris, let's go to the next page here. Seahawks, Packers. Packers 5-point favorites. 49.5, and it looks like Russell Wilson could be back this week. It's looking more and more like it. He is a questionable as of Monday, and I want to say probable as of not probable, but it was more likely. It was not quite questionable, whatever the next is. So Seahawks, Packers 5-point favorites at home, 49.5. How you liking it, Harris?
Well, I'm going to assume both starting quarterbacks are playing this week.
All right.
That alone, I'm going to think Wilson is a huge uplifting to his team. Rodgers, with the issues going on, could cause some issues come Friday, Saturday, over the weekend. So for that, give me Seattle plus a 5, and I will take the over.
All right, Keith.
I'm the opposite of Harris again. I'm going to take the Packers with a 5 and the under.
All right. Well, I'm going to take half of one of it, half the other. Then yeah, and then Tim can go the other way. Then I guess I'm going to take your Packers, and I'm going to go over in this game. I really think I don't think, especially the Seahawks defense. Man, they have not stopped anybody.
But Tim's got to go Seahawks and under now.
So he's got to go Seahawks and under. So
Nope.
Tim, it's your chance.
Nope.
Seahawks.
I am actually going to follow. If I went the reverse way, if I could point at Rob, I'm going to the Packers and the over.
Oh, okay. Tim's going to go the over too. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Oh, then thankfully it's not top 25. USC Cal got postponed for football.
Oh, USC and Cal did?
Yep. For football. Thankfully, it's not on our list.
Which one did?
USC and Cal.
California.
USC and Cal. Okay.
Is that due to COVID?
I believe so, yes.
Keith, Eagles traveling to Denver. Denver is a 1.5 favorite. 1 and a hook. 44.5 point total.
44.5.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles to surprise Denver, and let's see. I'm trying to think of a score in my head. I guess I'm going to go with the under on that one.
All right. You know what? I think this is going to be close to the line right here. I really do. The Broncos defense is getting better and better every week. But I just think the Eagles are going to come out playing this week. I don't know why. Something like an 18-16 game. I think this is going to be a dirty, nasty. It's going to be a real filthy game. I'll take the Eagles, and I'll go the under. Tim.
It's almost like the run on. Yep, Eagles and the under.
All right, Harris.
Denver would love to be in the NFC East. Denver and the over.
All right. Well, okay. Harris is going over on it. Okay. All right. Coming to me now, Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs, 3-point favorites, going to Vegas, baby. And the over-under here, 53.5 points.
Ouch.
53.5. Guess what? I'm probably going to be the only idiot that does this. The Chiefs being favored here, to me, is just nuts. The Chiefs play well, play terrible. Play well, play terrible. And when they play well, you don't necessarily know they're going to win or not. Their defense sucks. This is a game I think the Raiders win straight to hell up. But I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under the total. I do not think they're going to be running up and down the field. I think they'll score maybe 50 points in this game. 53.5. No, I will take the Raiders. I will go the under. Tim.
Now remember, this is also the same Las Vegas team that played the Chiefs close twice last year.
Yep.
So give me Vegas to cover. I'm saying it's probably going to be in that 51-52 range. So give me the under.
All right.
Like 20-23 or something like that.
I had it written down before you even said anything, Rob. Raiders in the under.
Okay. I got you. Keith.
And finally, I agree with Harris completely on something. I'll take the Raiders.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now,
We played early on.
Now
I mean,
you Jester for baseball.
These last few games, though, it's like we've been on the last.
Clinton Park says the Kansas City Chiefs play boring football this year. Well, I'll say this much about them. They really don't have much of a running attack this year. Kareem Hunt's been hurt, and then on top of this,
well, no, not Kareem Hunt. You mean like Edwards-Helaire?
Oh, Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, that's it. Edwards-Helaire's been hurt, and then their defense on top of that doesn't allow them to run because they'll be out there for 6-8 plays to give up a touchdown. This is a bad defense. They got to retool. They really do, and I just don't know when they're going to be able to do it. But I think this team is going to be in a rebuild this year. I don't think they're serious contenders for the AFC. Tim, Monday Night Football. Rams traveling to the 49ers. Rams 3-point favorites at San Francisco. The over-under 47.
I like first off, hey, what's up, Clinton? Give me the Rams and the over.
All right. Harris.
I'm going to take the 49ers in the over.
All right.
Can you give me the line and over under again?
47 points, and the line is 3.
49ers or Rams?
Rams are favored by 3 on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you, the 49ers just haven't losing to the Cardinals the way they did. I'll go with the Rams to cover 47. Couple good 49ers defense is a little bit questionable. I'm going to go with the over, though, on this one.
Okay. Drastic times brings drastic measures. The 49ers, if they don't play well at home in the national spotlight, they have got reasons to worry about things. This is one time. Let's see. Keith and Harris, you both took. Let's see. Who'd you take, Keith?
I took the Rams to cover, and I went with the over.
Harris took the
Niners.
Okay.
Niners and over.
And Keith went. Would you go over or under?
Over.
I'm with Harris here. The 49ers have got to play better. And they are forced to play now or never because the Cardinals are running away with this damn thing. And if you're going to play for a wild card. You got to play against a whole NFC. I like the Niners here. I think the Niners outright win this game. And I will take the over clearly. I think the over is a clear bet there. I think we all did. So why did Buffalo throw 47 passes in a 9-6 game?
Right, because it was 6-3 for the longest time.
Yeah, they couldn't run it. They couldn't run it football. It seemed like Jacksonville actually brought some heat on Josh Allen, and I'm not sure some other teams are not going to watch that and be like, "Wow, this could be the way we beat the Buffalo Bills."
You almost don't see any coaches do kind of like what Joe Gibbs would do back in the day, where he'd run, and even if it wasn't doing anything early, he would still. You'd let his offensive line start to wear down on that defensive line. Just keep
the first two
going
series,
at him with that run blocking.
Right. The first two series for Washington was pretty much scripted. Run first down, run second down, run third down. And if we don't get a first down, we'll punt. Second series, run first down, run second down, run third down. If we don't get a first down, we'll punt.
Yep.
But this is what they like doing. They liked having second and short.
9:32.
Third and short. Either they liked those second and short and third and shorts, and that's when they threw bombs all the time. And I don't understand why more teams don't do that. When you got second and you got a half a yard, put it up. I mean, so many.
That's like a free play.
It's pretty much so, especially on second and short, because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't you do that? I just don't understand that.
Especially if you got a guy like Jackson or something where you can run an option, pass option,
or if you got somebody that can throw the ball like Brady, or just somebody that can throw the ball on target, like Rodgers and Prescott. So a bunch of them can do it, but. It's just a matter of letting them have the chance to do it, and that's the problem. Who was the biggest flop this past weekend, guys? Was it the Cowboys?
The entire NFL.
I might go with the Rams. Like, did they just overhype themselves, thinking that they could just do whatever against the Titans without Henry?
Titans are a good team, though. Titans are a real good team. Steelers, they tried to give that game away 3 times last night. The Giants beat up on the Raiders. I mean, there's some good teams who got beat last week. The Bills, to get 6 points, that's just pathetic and
the Panthers to play the way they did at home. I mean, granted, the Patriots are a better team than they are. I don't think that's anything anybody would disagree with.
But to put 6 on the board,
they just got dominated in that game.
Yeah, and then the Cowboys didn't do nothing for 3.5 quarters. I mean, they were down 30-0 in that game. And
the only thing that would keep me from pointing at the Bengals was like what you've been saying all year and before the year even started was the Bengals' offensive line is just not.
Yeah, the
going to match up against good defensive lines.
It was terrible. It was a terrible matchup for the Browns, and I took for the Bengals rather. I took the Browns on the premise that number 9 was going to be on his back more than he was standing up, and he was. Yeah, they kept him hurled the whole game. And then we go back and look at some of the games, the college games, and I mean, boy, oh boy, it's just, some teams now are out of it. Kentucky loses to Tennessee. Baylor loses, which Baylor has their chance for redemption this week, but they're not going to win a national championship with it.
Right.
But Cincinnati lays an egg. Alabama lays an egg. Michigan State loses. Ohio State pretty much laid an egg. You
So-
know, the first team
Okay.
you really, I mean, the first team you can legit say, okay, won. Yeah, well, yeah, Oregon wins by 10 points, but they didn't by any stretch of the
Let me
imagination.
pose a question to you,
dominate
all
Washington.
you guys. Let me pose a question. Looking at the top 25, if you go back to before the season started, how many of those teams would be happy where they are right now? Or would take it back then? Would have been happy to if you had told them they would be where they are right now.
If you put them
They'd have
in
been
right
pleased
now,
with that.
if you put them in where they're at right now, would they look back 8 weeks and say, "Hell, I'll take that"?
Well, I
So-
mean, at the beginning of the year, if you would have told them that they would be where they are right now at the beginning of the
Right.
season, would they have been pleased with that?
Well,
The idea of that.
I think maybe 10 or 12 teams.
Right.
maybe
Plus,
6
I
or
don't
8.
think we knew how good UTSA was.
Right. Georgia, absolutely. Cincinnati, absolutely.
Yeah.
Alabama, I don't think Alabama's a happy camper right now. If you told them starting the season you'll have one loss going into week 10, I think they would have said, hell no, we're not accepting that shit at all. So I'll say no. Michigan State, they came in with the premise they could lose 4 games this year. I think Michigan State is tickled right now where they're at.
Oh yeah.
They've got a legit chance of being in this playoff. Ohio State, probably if you ask 90% of Ohio State people that have something to do with Ohio State, they're probably pissed that they lost that one game. So I would say they're probably not happy.
To be fair, it was either Oregon or they would lay an egg against a Big Ten team.
But let me ask you though, Tim, if you go to, let's say you go to 100 Ohio State football, let's say season ticket holders,
Mm-hmm.
and you ask them right now, you're number 6 in the country,
You essentially control your own destiny.
and you have one loss. Or would you rather be able to roll the clock back to the beginning of the year and have a redo all the way through and replay everything? I think 75-80% of them would say, let's redo this whole season. We might be able to go undefeated. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, true, because there's the one game that the line didn't do well, or they couldn't stop anybody, and now the problem is they can't. Their offense, they can't open holes. Plus, they lost Garrett Wilson too in the second half or something like that.
Oregon, I think Oregon's tickled where they're at right now. Oregon realizes on the power rankings they beat Ohio State. If they can run through the West, all that Pac-12 stuff, they got a legit chance of being one of those top 4 teams. Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They're probably not because they're
probably not happy just because they lost one. That's another team.
Cincinnati.
Notre Dame.
They expected to go undefeated this year.
Notre Dame, Alabama, Ohio State. None of those teams accept a loss. Mm-hmm. So I would think if you ask them, they would. You ask 100 Notre Dame fans, 95 would say, "Let's replay this whole season, even risking that you may lose 2 or 3 games." They're not happy right now because they don't really have a legit chance of winning the national championship.
Yeah, because they've only won 2 or 3 games by 1 or 2 plays.
Yeah, Michigan. Michigan
State alone probably would have them want to replay it.
Yeah,
right.
Because Harbaugh in the whole situation, they're talking about running him out of town. So I think Michigan right now.
I'll drive the train.
Let's see.
I was thinking Kentucky would probably be pleased with.
How about Wake Forest? Wake Forest only has that one loss so far.
Yeah.
They're 8-1. How can you be any happier about where you're at right now? You've never won anything in football, and if you do go the rest of the way, you're 12-1. You damn well deserve a New Year's Day bowl. You should play somewhere, Citrus Bowl or somewhere. You don't deserve the Belt Bowl. That's for damn sure.
No.
The ACC champions are short of a New Year's Day bowl.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of where.
Right. And but they still got to win that game too.
Oh, absolutely.
They're playing against Pittsburgh or whoever. And we all have, or a lot of us this week have them losing their second game. So, but I think right now Wake Forest has got to be tickled where they're at. Oklahoma
yeah.
State. Oklahoma State. I'm not sure they're happy right now. Doesn't Oklahoma State have the old Washington State coach? Leach? Is Leach still coach?
Yep.
Yeah, they're not
Leach,
happy.
Leach has never been one that wanted to lose any time. I think Oklahoma State right now, if they could replay the season, they'd say, okay, why does who you lose to not matter in the polls? It should matter. It should matter, Frank. It should matter. But I'm just saying, we're just saying, if all these teams could replay all their games, would they do it or not? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if it comes down to Oregon and Ohio State, and they both go through their conference championship, Oregon's going to get there. Hell yeah, Oregon's. And they should. They should. Yeah. But you got to go head to head too. You got to go head to head with stuff.
Mhm.
You got to go head to head with if you're going up against apples and oranges, you got to look at the two face to face and see who won the game. They traveled on the road, they beat them.
And see, that's the biggest thing in NCAA football. They're not looking at who you lost to when it comes to that. They're looking at who you beat.
Right, that's it. Auburn. Oh, just ask Harris. Is Auburn happy this year? What the hell, man? I mean, who's been on more of a up and down train than Auburn? Auburn, they've screwed Harris every way possible. How many have they lost? 3?
They're 6-3 right now.
6-3, and they're the ugliest 6-3 team out there to be. How the hell are they 12th? They may have fallen. They may have fallen since I've seen it.
I've got them as 16th.
16th. I don't know how they're that high.
I still think they belong in the top 25.
Yeah.
And whether people like it or not, being in the SEC, you're going to get a bigger bounce with a win.
Oh, of course.
You get a bigger bounce with some losses.
Right. Texas A&M, 13th in the country, or they, I had them as 13th starting last week, and they beat Auburn 20-3.
Did you say anything about Ole Miss as far as have they lived up to what their expectations would have been? Do you think?
Ole Miss has played. Ole Miss has played down too. And like I say, this week, Ole Miss has got Texas A&M. I think A&M beats them. I really do. I know. I think most of y'all picked Ole Miss. But something just tells me A&M is going to beat them this week. Me and Harris both.
I took A&M in that game.
Yeah, you did. Wisconsin's another ugly.
I mean,
ugly top 25 team. SEC bias is real. There's no doubt about it. But should it be real? Well, all you got to do, that's what they should do. Just like college basketball. Let's have an SEC week. SEC Big Ten week.
Yep.
First week of the year, let's just pick names out of a hat. Alabama, Alabama, let's go to Iowa. Okay. Ohio State, you go to Auburn.
Yeah, they haven't played Auburn in 85, I think might have been the last time.
Why don't they do some shit like that? I think it would be great for the college.
That's one of the things I love about the
kind of rotate conferences or something.
Why wouldn't they do that? It gives every conference a chance to prove what they can do against you, and
which we're going to be seeing some of that supposedly with the other conferences outside of the SEC.
Once they start working this alliance, they call it the Big Ten, ACC, and the Pac-12.
They're Big 12. Big 12.
Pac-12 and the Big 12. All four.
Geez.
They're going to get together on it. And then what they're going to do, they're going to be like, okay, SEC, you do what you want to do. Because
wow.
What's wow? I can't read that. Oh, shit.
67-66?
Ohio State had to score at the buzzer to win.
Oh,
wow.
It would have been the first time Akron would have beat Ohio State since 1913. If they'd have hung on.
108 years.
Yep.
Well,
now,
109 is safe.
now, let me ask you, Tim. Where was Ohio State ranked basketball wise?
17, and it's
17.
overrated in my opinion.
All right, let me ask you this: should they move down the polls, winning a last-second shot like? Or are they at home though?
They're at home.
They're
They're
home.
They're at home. They get a last-second shot like that. See, basketball polls don't matter so much because you're playing 30 freaking games. It don't really
And so many
matter.
teams get into the tournament.
Right.
Yeah, you're taking
But
68
still,
teams.
Tim, you tell me, should they stay at 17 or should they drop one or two?
Let me see who they play the rest of the week. Hold on.
Oh, okay. What do you say, Harris? You
They,
think
they
should
shouldn't have
drop
been.
one or
They
two?
shouldn't have been 17 to start with. They
No,
they
they're going to put
probably
3
a
tenths back on the clock. So
25th rated team to me.
Yeah, I think it kind of gives teams. I think probably if they do move down, don't move them down over 1 or 2, maybe 18th, 19th,
yeah,
something like that, because they did win. They pulled a win. They got a win, but let me ask you this: any chance any team in the Big Ten goes undefeated this year in basketball?
Oh hell no, they never do.
I'm talking about just in the conference.
No.
Yeah,
It
because
will
they're
not
going to
happen.
beat each other up.
Yeah.
All right. How about ACC? Any team in the ACC going to go undefeated against another team? You think Carolina could?
No.
No, you don't think so.
Well, the thing is,
I know
Carolina has to play Ohio State in the.
No, I'm not counting them. I'm just talking about conference play.
Conference play.
Conference play.
Conference play. That's why I was talking about Big Ten now. Big Ten.
Well,
Can
it's still
anybody
Big
go
Ten. They're not going to. And Big Ten, it won't happen regardless. Like I said, they're going to beat each other up.
Yeah. So
ACC, just conference play.
just conference play.
Just their 18 to 20 conference games.
I don't think nobody goes undefeated.
No, you might have a 1 or 2 loss team there. That's about it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe they'll just stay where they're at.
Who is
if you knock them down, I wouldn't doubt it. But
who's number 1 in the country? Is it
oh,
Kansas?
no, Gonzaga.
Gonzaga is wow. Gonzaga
They have most of their
lost,
players coming back, don't they?
but they lost to who was that? They lost to Baylor.
Baylor, yes, they got
But they have like 2 of the top players in the country. I mean, 2 of the top ranked players, I think, in the country.
And, all right. And what's Baylor ranked starting the season?
Let's see here.
I didn't print all that out, Rob.
Huh?
I
didn't print all that out.
Is Wichita State supposed to be?
Baylor is not even. Hold on, let me find it here.
Baylor's not even ranked. They may not be because they had 4 seniors play in
No,
tournament.
sorry, I missed it. It was their 8th, and actually UVA is 25th.
Okay. And Duke's not ranked.
Duke's right behind Baylor.
Duke's 9.
They're number 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's way high. Way high. And they're playing
Kentucky in about an hour and 20 minutes.
And Kentucky's ranked 4?
No, Kentucky's 10th, so it's 9th and 10th.
Oh, 9 and 10. And Michigan State, you say, is unranked.
Right.
And they're playing Kansas, who is
3rd.
Yeah, hey Rob, real quick, I can give it to you. Go 25th to 1st. Virginia 25, Connecticut 24, St. Bonaventure 23, 22nd, Maryland 21st, Florida State 20, North Carolina 19, Tennessee 18, Ohio State 17, Arkansas 16, Houston 15, Alabama 14, 13 Oregon, 12 Memphis, 11 Illinois. Your top 10, Kentucky at 10, Duke at 9, Baylor at 8, Purdue at 7, Michigan at 6, Texas at 5, Villanova 4, Kansas 3, UCLA 2, and the Zags at 1.
all right. I think we all agree with this. And let's all raise our hand because Frank even said it. Do we think preseason football there is a bias toward the Southeastern Conference? If you do think so, raise your hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell yes.
Okay, now basketball. Let's erase it all now. Let's go to basketball. Is there, raise your hand if you think so, is there a bias toward the Southeastern Conference in basketball?
I would say it's more towards the Big Ten.
Big
Me
Ten.
too.
Big Ten and
Yes.
ACC.
Exactly. I
Big
agree.
Ten and ACC.
That was going to be my next question, because the Big Ten, they constantly have good teams. So yeah, I hear that about football all the time, and I'm thinking,
Yeah,
wow.
the Big Ten has put like 7 teams in the tournament before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Southeastern Conference, definitely not. And then a lot of people say, well, ACC, but I think
Says ACC.
if you want to look top to bottom, I think it's more biased toward the Big Ten. But let me also tell you this: I think they're also the better conference. Who agrees with that?
Top to bottom, it's
Oh yeah.
it's Big Ten and ACC.
They're the
Yeah.
better conference.
With the ACC, you got Duke and North Carolina, and
You got
who
Duke,
else
North
is-
Carolina. You got University of Virginia that won the title. What? 4
right?
years,
But
3
Wake
years
Forest
ago?
isn't the team they used to be.
No.
No.
But you still have got Georgia Tech.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Yep.
aren't
You got
really
Miami. You got
players they used to
Florida
be.
State. Florida State has come out and played well in the tournament. before.
Then you have the teams that came into the conference. You got Louisville. You got Syracuse. You got Pitt.
That's true.
Boston
Is
College.
Notre Dame still playing basketball with them?
Notre Dame plays basketball in the ACC, so
Yeah.
that helps. And then I think a lot of the picks for March Madness is pure bullshit. Well, the fact is,
Well, they only
They're
get
trying to be
they
fair to
only
every
get
conference.
36.
I'm
There's
like
32
this.
teams locked in.
I'm like this. If you're on the edge of not being a top 64 team, you don't have room to bullshit and raise hell anyway.
Yeah.
Who agrees with that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
Still
I
trying
wish
to get into a tournament.
If you play a good schedule and you win 20 games, you're going to be in there. But if you
Well-
play a bullshit schedule and you play,
like your school, your
Donnie-
state's Division 3 team.
right, Donnie Tech Jr. or some bullshit like that, and you play them 8 games a year, and you railroad them every time, and then you go to your conference and go 4-8. You don't belong in there.
Well, the other thing is that the West Coast Conference has to thank Gonzaga for getting that more than a one bid league. 20 years ago, that was a one bid league.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think,
And
I think
because
there's a fair
Gonzaga
number of
got
people.
the respect of making the Sweet 16 year
Right.
after year after year,
Yeah.
hey, that maybe
And
puts a
drug
lot more
another
eyes on.
team with them.
I think there's a fair number of people that really enjoy watching the tournament for those 11 and 12 and 13 seeds that
Oh,
get
of
into
course.
A
the
lot of people
16,
root for the-
Sweet 16.
People root for the 11 to beat the 6, the 12 to beat the 7, the
That's
13
fine.
16 to beat the 1.
Yeah, 13
Yeah.
To beat the 4,
Yep.
the 14 to beat the 3. People root for those teams. Yeah, that's a rooting interest, man. Yeah, but why should some team that finished 7th in their conference doesn't get past the first round in the conference playoffs belong in the 64? I'm like this about it. If they play a good enough schedule, I don't care if they win enough games and they play in a good schedule, hell, it's same difference in football. If you don't play nobody in football, you don't deserve it. And that's why Cincinnati
The
right
thing
now.
with college basketball is, you can get one of these teams, like it seemed like Marquette might have been one of them one time, where they can just go out there and shoot a ton of threes. And if they're hitting them, they can knock almost anybody out. You know?
Gonzaga and Creighton when they first started becoming good. That's all they done.
UNLV, when they started running up and down the floors, you got some teams
Contrast of styles.
that hit lightning in a bottle in the play. Yeah, Xavier
Yep.
and 18.
Maybe
Xavier.
they're another one.
Yeah,
And
you're
they're playing
right.
Ohio State next week.
Yeah,
Xavier is.
Xavier and A10. He's
Oh,
exactly.
we got to talk about it while
18
we're on here.
A10's got a good conference, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a team that can play. And Villanova kind of gets overlooked sometimes, but they've won 2 national championships with the guy they got up there now. They're a real deal. They're a real deal. I mean, I used to drive by their campus every day, and it's a small little school. It's a tiny little college. Some high schools up there are bigger, but Villanova's a real deal in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're the real deal. They're the real deal, man. And let's see, what did Ken Castro? He took a chance with this tonight. Portland Trailblazers at the LA Clippers. He played the under 221.
Okay. Now, Ken, are you doing like an online thing? Or are you doing DraftKings, or what are you doing?
Right. How you playing your money? I'd be with him on that. How about you, Tim? Tim's done.
Hold on. I'm not really one to bet the pro game, so I'll kind of let him be.
Iona. How about Iona? How about that? Iona. Now, where exactly is Iona? Is that in Ohio? I don't know. Sportsbook in my state. So he plays it straight up in the state. Clinton, tell us where Iona is, because I do not know. I do not know where. It's probably in Massachusetts or somewhere like that.
Maine, maybe?
It might be Maine. Yeah. Probably is in Maine.
No, it's in New York City metro area.
Oh, okay. New Rochelle.
Okay, New York.
New York. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Well, Keith knew where it was.
No, I looked it up.
Keith ain't gonna lie about it anyway. Yeah. It's a dump area, says Ken. Oh,
well,
you talking about your state, Ken?
Yeah, well, a lot of them allow sports betting now, since the Supreme Court overturned it. It's just
Virginia.
Now the state's gotta get it set up.
We can do it here. We can sports bet here. Yeah, we can do it. I know all the teams in Maine. Clinton says, and what's the best basketball team in Maine?
Is there only one?
The Portland Red Fins or some bullshit, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying something.
There's probably Portland. Is Portland State Maine or Oregon?
Isn't there a Maine university that has a good college hockey team?
Oh yeah, Maine Black Bears. Oh yeah, they're for real.
Maine,
the Maine Black Bears. They've been good in their time.
Isn't Iona the one that's Patino's coaching?
It may be. Is that the one Coach Patino's got?
Also, Friday, I don't know if he's going to stay up for it, but Villanova and UCLA, a little 2v4 matchup.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Number 2 against Villanova, number 2?
No, 4. I think somebody said UCLA was number 2. Harris State.
UCLA's number 2. Okay.
Yeah, UCLA's number 2.
UCLA's 2, Villanova's 4.
Oh, okay. And where are they playing that? Tim?
You see Harris, you read that off to him.
Out west.
They played out here and came out here.
Hold on.
You said it was late night Friday, so I figured they're playing out in.
I think they're playing out in Westwood.
Yeah, that should be a good game. Should be a real good game. And they normally have their stuff together. Hey, that coach is a good coach, and I'm surprised he hasn't went pro yet. But being his age now, he's right around 60, maybe right at 60 anyway. He probably won't ever go pro if he's not already done it. But
can you show off those dolls that you sold on eBay?
Sure. I'd send them off today.
What are they? Are they like George Washington and stuff?
No, they was Mozart. They were Mozart. And, yeah, I gave $12 for them. Let me show you a picture of them.
Oh, you don't have them in house anymore?
No, I didn't send them off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here they are.
Yeah, he don't waste time getting rid of stuff.
I guess not.
No.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. That's a little thinkers, and then the other guy is.
Oh, let us see the doll though. That's just
I will. Richard Wagner, musical beanie. So what happens is, I'll show you both of them right there. They remind you of the 2 guys that used to set up.
Ken.
Wow.
Now why he wanted to show them.
They remind.
That ain't right.
All
right, Frank. Take care, bud.
All right, take care.
These 2 guys.
I ordered one, darn it.
These 2 remind you of the Muppets.
He's one of them.
Remember the two guys who used to
Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah.
Look at them, but there they are. You can wind them up in the back and it plays music and shit. And
Oh, so
This
you
is
can
funny.
even
It's-
get
it's
a
time
romantic
to-
romantic
just like the
music
Muppet
there.
Show tonight.
so what happened was they put those two out there and they was holding them up. They said we're selling one,
Okay, Frank.
and
See you later.
Ken's laughing. And we got to bidding, and I bid $6. So they looked at me, and I showed them my number, and they said, "Okay, pick one." I said, "No, I'll take both of them." So I took $12. And I told the wife, I said, "You know what? I got a feeling they're worth some money." And then I put them online, and I looked online for them, and I saw them listed for like $25 a piece. So I was like, you know what the hell? Let me list them for about 40. I'll show you what I listed them for. 42, 45, something like that. Let's. Here we are. Little Thinkers set right here, and I got $42.99 for the two of them, and then $10 shipping. So I made about close to $30, $35 on them. So that's not a bad turnover in 2 days because
Not at all.
No.
Saturday I put them up, and the only bad thing, they had to go all the way to West Hills, California. If you get lucky enough and have them, 100 miles away, you can get by with $3, $4, $5, a lot cheaper shipping and all. And then this right here, I gotta show you guys this shit. This is just funny, man.
Tails in eBay.
This thing right here, you pop all of those down, and then like the little red one you mash straight down, and then the blue one you go side to side with. It's for a little bitty kid. And the yellow
Right.
one you spin it, and then the green one you flip it. So I find that at a Goodwill, and I pay $1.99 for it.
You can probably get what, 15, 16 for it? What the hell?
Wow.
So what happened was some of these hard plastic toys, over the last few years, the government is trying to block them from putting some of these hard plastic toys on the shelves. And so what's happening is anybody that's got a newborn, they don't have a choice to be able to do that. So now, all I put on there, I said something about used, and you see it as big as anything, right? Well, I don't know if you can read under there. It's where it says used, condition used.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't hide it. And all I say is it's not extremely dirty. And then just make sure when you get it to
Sanitize it.
Sanitize it. Yeah. And before kids play with it. But yeah, you wouldn't believe it, man. Toys now. Toys are going like crazy. Melissa and Doug. Anytime you hear that name, that is nuts. And this right here was just straight up a little set of doll clothes and they're brand new in a little package. And I was like, $1.99, I'll give $1.99 for it. And then I ended up getting 18 in shipping for the damn thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I do pretty good on some stuff. Then, I found these. These damn things are cool as everything. Under Armour size 12 shoes right there. They're brand damn new.
Yep.
They still had the tag on them. They were brand damn new, and I was like, I'll take them. $4.99. Yep, no problem.
Okay, that's still not cheaper than I can buy them in a store.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And then, University of Virginia football jersey. Anytime I'm able to find jerseys and stuff like it, I try to do it. This one right here, I think I may have paid $6 for it or whatever. It's just an offensive lineman's jersey. It's not, and I think I got maybe $10 of shipping for it. No, I got $6 of shipping. So I didn't make a bundle of money on it, but I know what I've got. So I got a ton of different colleges: Purdue, Notre Dame, University of Virginia, Virginia Tech, Florida State, Florida, Miami. Oh man, I got a ton. Vanderbilt, the one we was just talking about up there in outside of Philly.
Temple.
Now the one,
Villanova.
Villanova, yeah, Villanova.
Okay.
Yeah, well, like I say, we used to live right there at that one. But yeah, I I've got on my store. It's just it does pretty good, and I just found a New York Mets All-Star jersey, All-Star game jersey from 2013. So I'll probably put that on it. It doesn't have anybody's name on it, but it's got the All-Star game logo on the side of it.
Mhm.
Let me ask you this: did sponsoring a baseball team help it at all?
I think it's helped. It's picked up. It's picked up a lot in the last little
Right.
bit. Plus, I still wear the shirt. I still go out and wear my shirt once in a while. I don't think it hurt. I definitely don't think it hurt none.
You
And then
gonna do it again next year?
I don't know if I do. I may go to a bigger town, a bigger city, and do it. I may go to Roanoke. I may go to Charlottesville. Hell, I don't know. I may even go down to Florida and be like, okay, if they need a sponsor somewhere and kids,
Everybody will use them. It's just a matter.
yeah.
Will it?
Whatever it is.
If and how they put them on the shirt.
Anytime you're talking about eBay, it's not like where they got to be.
Right.
It's like if I've got a team of 20 players, that means I want every coach to have one. I want every coach's parent to have one. You know, that kind of situation. So, you know, it all depends on the league and how much they charge the sponsor. for
Right,
the
and
jersey.
Right.
Because generally what they do is the sponsor will pay one lump sum.
Mhm.
And but the thing is, when he does that, the kids generally get their jerseys a little cheaper, and then their parents can get one at regular price, one or two at regular price without having, unless a bunch of us get a big order and 10.
Well, usually when a sponsor pays and has it printed, the kids usually get their shirt included in their donation for the original cost.
I actually had to pay. I actually had to pay for my jerseys and everything on top of everything else. And
Wow.
yeah, that kind of sucks.
They didn't give you anything?
They gave me zero. They gave me zilch. I didn't get a free baseball or nothing.
No.
Wow. But, you know, every program I've ever been associated with at least gave a team photo.
Yeah. I didn't even get a photo of the kids at the end, but I went and watched them play about 7 times. They pulled off a win the last game of the year.
Yay!
Yeah, they did win. They won like 4-2, 4-3.
Was that their only win of the season?
In a 7-inning game, that's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean, well, you figure.
They finally decided to pitch. If you hear a voice, you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. John, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Ken, how about I get one going?
How about I get one going? Morin versus Irv Young, starting in about a half hour.
Oh, they're talking about getting are they gonna play like Glory Days boxing or title bout?
They might. Must be talking about that. Yeah, I hadn't had a good bout on Glory Days boxing in a while. I need to get that game out. I hadn't gotten that in a while.
I got this. One thing I should try to do tonight. I got to figure out the roster for the Dodgers. I got the 67 Mike McCormick versus Don Sutton.
I got to decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. Wednesday's normally the night me and my wife go out. And we took my parents out last week. They stocked the trout stream that I like going to. They stocked it today when I went up, and picked up a bunch of stuff today. And I was like, man, do I want to go tomorrow? It's supposed to be like 75, sunny and everything. Everything points to I should go tomorrow. It takes about 90 minutes to get there. Yeah, it sucks.
Well, that kills the mood.
Yeah, it does. And the thing of it is, then you got to get there early. You want to be there about 7 to 7:30. So that means you got to leave by about 6 in the morning. So, yeah, I'm just like, do I want to do that? Or would I rather leave about 8:30, 9 o'clock and go to a place that takes me about 45 minutes to get to? I can sit there all day and fish. And then if Dar wants to go to play bingo tomorrow night, she can actually drive by that same place. Say, Rob, it's time to go now, and then we just pick up and just go to 2 different vehicles. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
can do that. Yeah,
See, Villanova won easy tonight over Mount St. Mary's,
they should. And that's
91
the
to
thing.
51.
That the basketball, you don't see near as many upsets in basketball as you do in football. I don't know why. You just don't. I mean, basketball. I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, think about how many unranked teams beat top 5 teams in a season. Very few. Doesn't happen very much. But how many unranked teams in football can beat a top 5 team once in a while? Doesn't happen a lot. But
That's tomorrow here, Rob.
80.
Purdue is beating a school named Bellarmine.
Yeah, it's probably a local kind of
Bellarmine.
in-state thing.
It's
Yeah.
a blind school, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know.
Come on, Rob.
The school of the blind? Hell.
They're playing basketball out there.
No,
They get
really?
a beeper in the ball, you know.
No. Keith, you want to know how they do it? For the
It's
blind
like
playing
when they play
basketball?
softball,
Yeah.
and stuff
No, take the stick and bang it on the rim
on the rim.
so they can hear the echoes. No, I'm not kidding. HBO Sports did the real sports thing about
Oh my
conforming sports for the blind.
They have to be able to do something by sound. So
Yeah.
I know when they're playing baseball or something, they have a beeping ball or something like that.
Yeah,
Don't-
people. Yep, that's what it's called.
God, Lord.
beeping bases. Run to the beep.
Run to the beep. Yep.
Run to that beeping base before I beep and do. Yeah.
And then they have like a beep kickball so they can hear where the thing is when it's coming towards them.
And look, folks, we're laughing about it just because we are stupid or we just don't know enough about the facts about it. I'm sure.
Oh no, yeah, we're not.
Yeah. We don't. I mean, we're what do you call it?
Hold on.
We
I
don't know nothing about something.
$15 an hour. But
What do you call it?
I can't even show mine. My phone's
When,
almost.
when you really don't know anything about something, what do you call that?
Yeah, like ignorant. Yeah.
We're kind of ignorant to the fact about that situation. So yeah, definitely. But when we hear it, it just goes in one ear, and it's like, okay, we're gonna laugh about it because we don't understand it. I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I was poking fun at you, Rob.
Oh well, yeah, making fun of me is easy to do. But think about this shit. Think about if they put a blindfold on all 4 of us, right? Think about
Yeah.
a couple things. Let's say they put a blindfold on all 4 of us, and they put
Oh,
us
I couldn't hit a beeping ball. I can't.
then they put us in a wheel. They put
Yeah,
us in a
well, I'm
wheelchair,
looking at it.
Right.
and we got to roll up and down the floor, and we got to figure out where the beep comes from and all. Because I tell you what, I bet the beep's not as loud as what we can hear.
Can you imagine how scary that would be if Randy Johnson was throwing a beeping ball and you had your eyes shut?
Oh my
No.
Oh,
We're
man.
bad.
But yeah, that's the thing. You know, their hearing is better than ours.
Oh,
So
it
the
has
thing-
to be.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
they can probably have it turned down a lot lower than can be.
Well, do
know,
you ever
'cause-
shut your eyes when you're trying to listen to something? Because if there's
Well,
other noise,
No,
like-
the thing that is that always people make fun of it is you turn down the radio when you're trying to look for this of course, GPS.
Yeah.
Because you have to heighten your other sense in order to try to,
Yeah,
find
right.
something.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
oh, that's so stupid. No, it's real.
we
little
riding
boat
up we riding up to Charlottesville Saturday. Me and my dad's in the front seats. I'm driving, and then my wife is behind me, and then my mom is behind my dad.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's doing this shit in the back seat, and just rubbing her pants leg. And I'm riding down the road, and I'm like, "Who the hell's back there scratching?" And my mom looks at my wife like, "Oh my God, how in the hell can you hear that?" Because let me tell you, I can grab a watch or clock or something, and walk like one of these little $5 clocks from Walmart,
Right.
and I can walk and take it in a different room, and I can still hear it. Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
And then Mom will be like, "Your dad can't hear it." My dad has to wear hearing aids all the time, but then he'll be sitting back in his chair in the living room, and I'll mess with him sometimes, and I'll put the damn thing right close to his head like this, and he'll be like this. What's that? What's that? And I can do it to my mom, and she can't hear shit. So my dad can hear better than she can. So, but being my wife, I mean, if you doing anything, we can hear. I mean, from rooms away, we can hear shit.
My problem was that we had to keep our ears open in case there were any stories told about us. Make sure that they were all right. So we kind of had the eagle ears a little bit, Did I hear my name? What
are you talking about? When you lived at home, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anytime Dad started telling stories, to kind of make sure he wasn't fibbing too far one way or the other.
Wasn't including Tim on a fib. It was too bad.
There's a lot. I mean, I've heard of cases where people were dealing with like withdrawals from a drug addiction or something. They'd break a hand or something because they just wanted to have a distraction, something that made them some other source of pain or something that covered up.
Well, that's a lot of them take up cigarettes when afterwards. I can see that because it's something that kind of fixes their brain.
Yeah, or like be stressed about something, and you're going to bed trying to sleep, and you're just thinking about something. Well, turn the TV on or something as a distraction. To kind of.
That was me doing the picks last at about 2-3 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep.
Harris, you went silent on us. Are you too worried about us? You're scared to get involved?
No, I'm just sitting here waiting for updates on this Pittsburgh-Chicago game starting.
Okay. And is it another 18 minutes before we get an update on the college playoff?
No, they actually start at 9.
18 more minutes.
18 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that televised when they do that?
Yes, it's on ESPN.
Okay.
So we may be gone before that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that we should probably.
Tim said something earlier about us being bad. It's still not as bad as Chicago. It's still not as bad as the Chicago Blackhawks. Their goaltenders are complaining they can't warm up because their players can't get shots on the net.
Yeah.
The beeping ball, I think he said I was being bad.
By the way, if you had 6 as your total for New Jersey and Florida, you're over at the end of the second period.
Yeah.
Harris, has the kitten given up trying to climb on you tonight? I haven't heard you. Ow, 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 like that dog in the Looney Tunes cartoon when
he right now is not in the room.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you say, the dog. The cat would do it to the dog, and he'd do this shit.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. My legs are so cut up. I'm afraid to look at my back.
Oh man,
scratch marks.
Yeah. I go Friday. I was supposed to go tomorrow, but
are you sleeping on a bed of nails, Harris?
I have injections done in my back.
He needs to go on a date Saturday night, man. Oh man, the women will think they think he's a freak, man. They'd be
he gets to the hospital and they pull out a rape kit on him.
Like I said, I'm supposed to have injections done in my back. It was supposed to be tomorrow. They moved it to Friday. Yeah. When his doctor looks at my back, he's going to say, "What the hell happened to you?"
It was a good night. I got the phone number home from the club.
I just got home.
It was written on the stall, and I just happened to have to use it that night.
Yeah, I got home. I was in Vegas.
Call Becky for a good time.
I was in Vegas. And
75309.
I'm a victim. I was in Vegas, and the next thing you know, they had me down this stairwell, and I was like. Eight stories.
It was the best night of my life.
Yeah, it was. It was 8 stories below the ground. I was wondering where the hell are they taking me to, and then all of a sudden they take me to this metal room, and had a bunch of nails and had a bunch of screws and had a bunch of pins.
And then the whips came out.
Yeah, the whips came out, and then Donna Jewel, she came out and she said, "Me make you very, very happy."
To the Asian community.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
What
There comes a strike.
Yeah, strike is for real. So if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it good.
We're going to Northern Michigan in the handbasket.
I take you to room 14 and give you a happy ending. Yeah.
Should it now just be called the Bob Kraft special?
Yes.
Bob Kraft. Are we gonna call it to Bob Kraft, or are we gonna call it to Urban Meyer?
We have nice massage oils for you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
No, the worst was the South Park with the quote unquote shitty walk.
Touchy fine here. Touchy good.
Oh, South Park has gone they've gone really far.
Harris, just tell them you went to an acupuncturist.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't want this far. I don't want this far over. I'm really gonna just bust loose here. The other day, I was feeling so rotten, feeling terrible, constipated. I just couldn't go to the restroom. I went in there and took 2 of these Miralax pills. And I'm sitting on the toilet for 30 minutes. I still can't go. And so she says, walk up and down the hall, walk up and down the hall, walk up and down the hall.
Ooh,
my wife, Darlene, yeah. So, and I'm feeling like hell. And then I sat down on the toilet again. And all of a sudden, it was terrible feeling. I sent her a text. I sent her a text. I swear to God, she was so fucking pissed when she heard this. I said, go out there on the porch and go see if there's any flowers on the porch for us. No, wait till. If I'm lying, I'm dying. She can come in here and verify this. She goes outside on the porch and said, nope, I don't see any. And I just put on there, I just gave birth to a 9-pound turd. So I said, I thought maybe we was going to get some flowers for it. She said, you motherfucker. I'm serious, man.
What can Brown do for you?
What can Brown do? But I ain't lying. I was so proud. I was like, oh my God.
Did you have to chop it up to get it?
It almost lifted me off his seat.
This dude, Travis Kelce, looks like, oh jeez, no, I don't know about that.
What's Ken say? Told you guys that one of my colleagues
goes once a week to
to
Asian-inspired
to massage happy ending venue. Let's just say it's Asian inspired.
He'll be there when they get rated or something.
Oh man.
Yep.
But yeah, that other week it was. I'm serious, man. It's been 3 weeks ago, and I was do some slot machines and crap like that on my phone.
Did you buy a fiber cereal or something since then, or?
I don't eat cereal hardly at all.
Get some.
He's always asked me to go with him, and I always decline, not hankering for some heebie-jeebies. Ken don't want to get the heebie-jeebies. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We went down. Let's see, where me and a bunch of friends go. We went to Myrtle Beach. We went to Myrtle Beach. This has been, oh my God, how many years ago? 25 years ago, at least. And we went to this place called the Masters. And it's like the beach. The beach is right here, and this is kind of close to the Intercoastal Waterway. It's right there off of 501. So it's kind of on the way in if you go. And back a long time ago, it was totally nude. But the thing of it is, one side, it was totally nude women, and then on the other side was totally nude men. So the only rule they had was the men could only go see the women. This was, like I say, it's been 25 years ago or more. But the women could go to the women to see the men or go see the women. That was up to them if they wanted to. So we all went in there, and I mean, we were toasted drunk. We were, I mean, scalded drunk. And that's, I don't know, 8 or 9 of us was in there. And one of the guys with us, he said something about, I'm gonna ask this girl if she'll take off with me. And I said, why do you think she's gonna take off with me? He says, what if I offer her $1,000? And I said, are you serious? He said, yeah. He says, when I take her, I'm gonna take her.
Isn't that prostitution?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Not necessarily, because there has to be favors involved.
This dude said he was going to take her back to his house here up in Virginia. He was going to get in his car and drive her back home here. So he goes to this girl and straight up says, look, I'll give you $1,000 if you come home with me. And, you know, we're laughing about it. We're just laughing about it because we know she's going to let him down and all this stuff. And he was talking about, he was up there just giving her the best line he could give her, whatever. He said, I'm in love with you. I like you. And then all this stuff.
Oh.
She quit her job that night. She took off. She come back up here with him. We were stuck. It was like 6 of us stuck riding one car after that because he drove back up here to Virginia.
All right, we'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Okay.
You know that girl lived with him for almost 2 years, and they ended up getting married.
Really?
She ended up, yeah.
Damned.
That was crazy stuff. She said she didn't like doing what she was doing there and all that stuff. She was a pretty girl, but I was just taken back by that because he said something about, I just don't think she's happy. And he walked right up to her and he says, you can come up here, stay with me. And he was working at a place. He was he worked outside. He worked on houses, built houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She came up here and stayed a while with him. As far as I know, they're still together. And I mean, that's been
John, those 3 letters are not allowed to be said on this channel.
Yeah. We have to make up what else could it mean?
It's the 3-letter Connecticut.
Alex.
I'll take words that cannot be said on YouTube for 200, please, Alex.
Yes.
Oh,
I used to like. Y'all remember the Muppet?
he doesn't
Y'all
understand.
remember the Muppet? He used to
Muppet
have a
plan.
head like this. He
Always
used
asking me to go with him, and I always decline. Oh, that was sorry up there. Sorry, I thought that was new.
Y'all remember that one? The guy, the Muppet that used to have a head on him. It looked like, I mean, he was real, and he talked like, it had a big old chin on it.
Oh yeah, he was gray.
What was the head like?
Maybe his head was like this. He had a big old long looked like a racetrack head. Looked like, I mean, real long oval. And then when he talked, his mouth dropped straight down. And let me see if I can find.
Was he like a game show host type of Muppet?
Was it Guy Smiley?
It
Might have been. Yeah, I think he was like a game show host.
Yeah, that was my least favorite Sesame Street segment.
Guy Smiley.
Eyes version.
Let's see.
Well, speaking of Sesame Street, Big Bird versus Ted Cruz. Yep.
Yeah.
What was that? What did you say, Tim?
I said, speaking of Sesame Street, Big Bird versus Ted Cruz. Because Big Bird tweeted that he got the shot, and Ted Cruz comes back and is like, yeah, government propaganda for your 5-year-olds.
Shot. Oh, okay. For the COVID?
Yeah. Like, my wing's a little sore, but I'm protected. Like, I think was the tweet. Like, oh, this CTN is, even though they're on HBO now, pretty much full time, but they still show the reruns on PBS. They're going, thank you for all the free publicity.
Yeah.
Like we needed something after Carol Spinney died. He was the Muppeteer for Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch.
Oh,
Sherlock,
okay.
Sherlock Hemlock. I ain't never heard of him. Sherlock Hemlock.
They got a whole bunch of new ones now. Yeah, okay.
I don't remember him.
Now there's of course they have like, you know, a kid with autism. They have
The two-headed. How about the two-headed monster?
Yeah, I think I kind of remember that one.
Oh,
on the
he's
Muppets, I kind of got a kick out of the Beaker on with that scientist. All the stuff that would happen to me.
Beaker.
You're gonna
of course now
get a strike now for Sesame Street violation.
No, that's
Okay,
fine.
so now the interesting is, so they had that Muppets primetime
Big
show
Bird.
a few years ago. Yeah.
Beaker.
God.
Look like that
Beaker look-alike.
So on the Muppets, the primetime thing they did, the only like really laugh out loud funny thing I can remember was they had the Swedish Chef doing karaoke, and he decided to do Rapper's Delights. You don't stop walking.
Rob, I'm going to recommend that you go back and cut out all of our picks before this video gets shut down.
Yeah, because if we start singing Muppets, then yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Kind of like a bork, bork, bork. You do it.
Yeah.
I like the Swedish Chef too.
Bork, bork. That's what we're talking about, Rob.
2-7 Ohio is leading Eastern
Swedish
Michigan right
Chef
now.
look-alike.
Yeah, this game's over. Kansas is up by 14 with 5 minutes to go. So I'm switching that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dr. Phil. Jeez.
Oh, I suppose Guy Fieri's probably got a look-alike Muppet too.
Not yet.
Well, I don't know. Guy Fieri look-alike.
Or is it Fieri? I think it's pronounced Fieri, but it doesn't have a T in
It
it.
doesn't matter. Oh,
Who's that?
Sammy Hagar.
So,
Oh.
Now, I wonder if does Sammy still have the Cabo Wabo tequila?
yeah, I think so. He still
Okay.
sells that. Yeah.
Well, because if that's in Guy Fieri's restaurant, that'd be rather interesting.
Oh my God.
Who's that?
I don't know who he is.
Put back up, Rob. I didn't see it. I have no idea who that
He
is.
looks like him though. He looks like him though.
Any look-alike for Ronald McDonald?
Oh God.
Oh,
It's got to be a
jeez
good one.
Louise.
And whoever it is, you know it's going to be nasty, or if it's not nasty, it's going to be funny as shit.
This is literally what we did for the last, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, a couple
Full of
nights ago.
lookalikes.
Yeah.
Harris, we got an interesting life sometimes.
Don't we?
I don't really see a good one here.
Shoot.
It's not.
Let's see who's supposed to have the
There you
what's
go.
it called?
Patrick Stewart, Mr. Clean.
No,
That's not a bad comparison though.
right.
Almost like twins.
Yep. How
Elton
much do I
John.
bet they dump out of the 4 minutes? They ain't gonna dump out of it, but I don't think they'll. On ESPN News for the first 2 minutes of this broadcast, where they just go wah, 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 wah. Oh jeez, Ricky Gervais and Rosie O'Donnell.
Elton John and who?
some grandma somewhere. I don't know who the hell she is. Oh,
You just pulled up grandma.
All right,
Yeah, boy. oh,
gentlemen,
boy.
I think I'm going to call it tonight.
We really had Tim's
You're
tired
smart
of
one.
us. Okay, Tim. Thanks for being on with us here.
No problem. All right, take care, guys.
Have a good one, Tim.
All right, have a good.
Good night.
Oh my God.
You
Okay,
never know
folks,
what's
we're
gonna
on the
happen
2-hour mark. I think we should probably say goodnight to y'all.
Don't let your
Don't-
son
Be careful
go
about putting money on
down
our
the-
picks, and enjoy your evening whenever Rob decides to
Yeah,
say goodnight to y'all.
yeah, we can definitely probably should do it now anyway if we haven't. But in the case, I've got everything written down in case this doesn't take it off the air. If it does, it's the funniest shit ever to get taken off the air. And if you want to go back and look at some of our older ones, yeah, we got some funnier shit somewhere back there where some of those look like nights.
Yeah, and if there's any lurkers, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Like,
And, yeah,
share, and subscribe, they all say. And then we should be getting those
and you get to
rankings
hear
here
the
pretty
little
soon. I
bell
don't know
every
what it'll
time
be.
I come on here. So have a good one for me and Harris and Keith, and for Tim.
And for
I wish you
Tim.
guys a great night. Have a good one.
Okay.